Good morning, my friends. I'm here today to show you police, the tyrants that are running rampant across our country. I'm going to show you some of the things that these tyrants do on a daily basis that nobody seems to pay attention to. We all understand that some police are bad. We know that. It's true of that in any walk of life. There are good people, there are bad people. But this is probably the most two tyrannical examples I can show you of police officers being nothing but tyrants. Their whole life consists around tyranny, and I want you to check this out. Enjoy. This is a video from Police Activity channel. Go check him out. I'll put a link in the description. This is a man and a transgendered girlfriend that kidnapped a lady, chained her by the neck in the back of this van, and were taking her to Mexico to brainwash her into marrying them. And these police have the nerve to break this situation up. It's horrifying. This is an older video. It's from 2017, but things like this still happen more often today than they did back then even. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch. The sound will start any second.
Hey, D-Hill, get on your PA! D-Hill, get on your PA! Call him up! D-Hill, get on!
I went ahead and sped this video up about 1.5 times normal just to get to the point where they approach the van after everybody's out.
There is a passenger! There is a passenger! Hey, keep him up! Keep him coming back! Keep him coming back! There's a passenger! There's a passenger, 48! Go ahead, go ahead. Hands up! Hands up, passenger! Get on the ground, passenger! On the way! Yeah, I got passenger, I got passenger. Wait. You got him? Hey, what's the cross line? Is there anyone else in there?
Yes, there's a person.
Watch it, there's movement. Don't move, don't move. Stay down.
Okay. She's in there.
Don't move. Okay. Make sure you get good coverage.
Do you need a...
Oh my God, thank you.
Okay.
Got it? Rolling?
Okay, it's rolling.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay? We're gonna get you out of here.
Do you need me to say anything about what happened or anything?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Just hold on for now, okay?
Just hold on,
We're gonna
okay?
get some pictures and we're gonna get you out, okay, man?
Sarge, I'm gonna take some pictures. We have the evidence. She's tight.
If you watch closely, this woman has a chain around her neck. She was chained neck down to the floor, so she couldn't raise up above the window level. And she was on her way to Mexico with these two people. She did not volunteer for this. She was kidnapped right out of her house. They'd been planning this for over a year, and they just snatched her up one day. And this is that day.
Chain down by the neck.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay?
Yeah, make sure we get photographs of it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to... And she understands what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Because she's cool with it.
Okay, no, let's
Okay,
do what we
let's
need.
back him up. Let's go
Please
inside.
lock them up.
Just calm down. Calm down. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, do it.
Yes.
I know. Go ahead, close it up. That's the best way to do it. Okay, so you get pictures.
So you like fucked my hands up.
Make sure I'm still unsafe. I don't think I took it off, but I can always double check.
I didn't know if to catch you guys or not. We just like...
Yeah, you know. We have an ambulance coming, okay? We're gonna get you out of this.
Especially if it's ready?
Yeah, they're out of this. Give me some light. Let me see if I can get
Yes, sir.
some light there.
We're getting you out of here, okay? For her.
Just calm down. We're gonna have a
She's literally chained up inside.
You need a cuff key?
It's hard to believe that the police are this tyrannical in this day and age to actually release a woman who's chained by the neck to the floor of a van from these people who just deserve to be left alone and not be harassed by the police. Yeah, a First Amendment auditor would have you believe that everything a cop does is wrong. Well, this is something that a cop doesn't do wrong. He does his job. This time and one more time after this.
He said it was the key.
I got a cuff key if you need one.
Got enough light there?
Get some photographs of that stuff before you take them out.
He has like.
I got photographs of her.
Dude, I don't know. There's another one out there somewhere. Okay, got it.
Take pictures of all this before we get the
Like
chains
the
off.
fucking weird.
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
Don't erase all the weird stuff that I wasn't sure about. Fuck.
Come on.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
come this way. Come, hold on to it. Hold on to it. Okay.
Got another hand, okay?
Got it? Just hold on to it. Hold on, we got you. Yeah, you check them, though?
He had me earlier and I got him to take him off.
I'm going to end that video right here. This woman is obviously terrified. Thankfully, they blanked out her face. She was hysterical. She was terrified. She was on her way to Mexico to be molested by these two creeps. And the police had the nerve to stop this from happening. How dare they? Now I'm going to read you the details from the report. Newly released video shows arrest of a man and his transgender lover after the pair allegedly kidnapped a woman. Authorities say they were planning to take her to a cave and brainwashing her into marrying one of them. When police found her in the back in January, she was chained down by the neck in the back of a minivan in New Mexico. The woman was rescued less than 24 hours after witnesses saw her being dragged out of her Las Vegas apartment. After receiving an alert, police pulled over the van and arrested her ex-boyfriend and his new lover. So he knew the girl. Police then found the kidnapped woman in the car and unchained her. Anyway, that's basically what happened. So, you know, tyranny. Anyway, let's move on to the next video. These cops have the nerve to terrorize a baby. Yes, if you listen to First Amendment auditors, this is all that these cops do. It's all they ever do is go around, you know, performing their tyranny on everybody that they run into. They don't do anything good. But let's check this out.
Now to the exclusive video from inside a Detroit police precinct showing the efforts to save the life of a baby who wasn't breathing.
The parents rushed the little girl from their home at the Villages at Parkside Apartments down Connor to the 5th Precinct, which is about a mile away. That's where we find Local 4's Evrod Cassimy with more on how this precious life was saved. Evrod.
Yeah, Kimberly and Jason, the parents ran into this precinct frantically looking for help once they realized that something was really wrong with their little girl. And you know that in an emergency situation like this, every second can be the difference between life and death.
We have an unresponsive child.
It's every parent's worst nightmare, but it was a real-life emergency for parents Erica Wilson and Thomas Williams.
I observed a gentleman carrying an unresponsive baby in a hurried fashion to the front of the building.
Thomas wearing just shoes and jean shorts, Erica in just shoes, jeans, and only a bra, carried in their lifeless daughter to the Detroit Police Department's 5th Precinct, right in Officer Kevin Tresvan's arms. His training immediately kicked in.
We can't lose this baby, not on our watch. That's when the paternal instincts kicked in, but then also my training.
Body camera video shows Officer Tresvan attending to the unresponsive little girl named Seven wearing only a diaper. He checks her airway and performs chest compressions while other officers page for help. Mom and Dad pace, even screaming at times as they watch in horror in the precinct lobby.
If I was a First Amendment auditor, I'd say they're screaming because the cops are brutalizing their infant. They're brutalizing the baby. They're not trying to save its life. They're brutalizing it. This is why people hate First Amendment auditors. They're trash human beings. Period. No exceptions.
The parents, the baby was having a medical emergency.
Little Seven had a 103-degree fever. Still unresponsive, the officers decided there was no time to waste and jumped in the back of a department vehicle to take the baby to St. John's Hospital themselves.
Said a quick prayer for the baby, and it obviously worked.
In fact, en route to the hospital, a miracle. Cradled in Officer Danny Ruiz Cruz's arms, little Seven started breathing again, ever so slightly.
She was just having a hard time breathing. I could see her eyes opening and looking at me. She was, whining a bit. So I knew that she was just in pain.
The entire department joined together to make sure Seven got to the hospital safely. Officer Eric McCombs was behind the wheel.
All our fellow officers, it was a team effort. They blocked traffic to ensure that the child could make it to the hospital for medical attention.
And their efforts worked. Baby Seven is doing fine today, thanks to quick thinking and life-saving actions by these 3 officers.
It's a good feeling. We saved the baby. Baby's healthy. That's all. It's an important thing.
And these officers certainly are heroes. Now, I did get a chance to speak with both of the parents earlier today. They didn't elaborate on exactly what was wrong with their daughter, but they did insist that she is doing just fine today. As for the officers, they told me that saving lives, all in a day's work. In Detroit, Everard Cassabay, Local 4.
Just a really remarkable job by the officers of that 5th precinct, and so glad to hear that little girl is going to be okay. Everard, thanks.
Absolutely.
There you go, folks. That's tyranny in America. Normal people realize that, there are some good police, there are some bad police. We all are aware of that. Only the idiots that want to find the bad in everything become First Amendment auditors. They've had some problem in their life where they've run into the law, they've gotten a criminal record, they've been charged with something, and they just hate everybody now. They can't take responsibility for their own lives. A normal person understands there's good and bad and everything. An auditor only sees bad in everyone except for themselves. So I think it's a complete waste of a profession if it deserves that much credit. It's just total bullshit. Anyway, I gotta go check on Katie, see what kind of nonsense. I know she went to a fire department, police department, a couple other places. I'm gonna check on her, see if she's been arrested yet again. Anyway, y'all have a great day now. Look out for tyranny out there, folks. It's everywhere. You have a nice day. Bye.